The title of the lesson. What is the title of the lesson?
Reading and analysis
Reading
of
and
maps.
Yeah, very good. Reading and analysis of maps. As already you learnt in the previous class, the different kinds of maps.
Reading and analysis.
Yeah. Yeah.
political maps,
Yeah.
thematic maps,
Yeah.
physical maps.
Very good. Okay. That is about maps. And what is a map? A map. Yeah, it's very good. Drawing of the earth on a flat surface. Yeah. Then I already mentioned you the social studies. The subject, it's a subject of 4 parts. Can you tell those 4 parts what I explained for you?
Geography,
Yeah, very good.
history, history,
Geography.
Yeah.
Geography, history.
Geography, history.
Geography, history, civics, economics.
Very good. So, yeah, these 4 including in the social studies. So mostly you learn the geography lessons and history lessons.
Ma'am, someone is sharing the screen, ma'am.
Yeah. So geography, what's the meant? What is the meaning of geography?
The study of
Geo
places
means
under
The study of the earth. Geo means
Word is not clear.
word is not clear. Just I made 4 parts. Then part wise I'll explain. You need not worry. Then we'll send pics also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Then I'm going to mute your voice. Yeah. Thus everyone can hear clearly my voice. Okay. Yeah. So geography means geo earth graph drawing. The earth drawing. It is a Greek word. Even next to history. His story. His in the sense here a king, an emperor, a warrior, a military chief. A military chief. We know about the past events of those people, a king, an emperor, such things. That is about history. Next, civics. It tells the duties and responsibilities and rights of the citizen. Citizen, you know, who is called citizen? A person who get the age of 18 years. That person is called citizen. You are children. You are not citizens. Then economics is financial matters, how we use the natural resources and make profitable. That is, in economics. So including these part makes social studies. Okay, children? That is. Next, already you learned the types of maps. Now, first, we'll discuss the difference between photograph and the map. So till we use maps only to know about the places. Why? Today we have advanced technology with modern equipment, satellite images, web-based maps, so many maps available nowadays. But still we are using the maps only to reading, to analysis. Isn't it? Then why? What is the reason? I'll tell. Why we are using the maps till this day for analysis, for reading, rather than photographs. We have, with advanced technology, photographs are available, like satellites photographs, web-based maps also available. But still we use the maps made by geographers. What is why we are using, and what is the difference between photograph and map? Here, the photograph shows the real features. So here, do you have textbooks, children? If you have textbooks, you can open the page number 1. Page number 1. Here, if you see, this is the photograph taken from the sky. Even this map also made the far off distance and how the countries and continents from far off distances. The same distances, these two pictures are. Here the photograph taken from the sky and this is the map made by geographers. Then what is the difference could you find here? Can you see the picture, children? Can you see the picture clearly? Yeah, see, here in the photograph, you can see the actual images. It shows the actual images, real features like trees and houses. But unlike the map, it shows the map shows the important features like mountains, plateaus, or some political divisions like districts, states. Those are considered by geographers, and these are shown in the map. Okay, children, the important features only considered by the geographers, then the maps are drawn. And also the maps shows the different, already I told you, the thematic map shows the climatic conditions like rainfall, temperature, snowfall, and also the crops grown in different regions and the languages spoken by the people and the density of the population. These are all shown in a map, whereas it can't be shown in a photograph. So till this day, we have advanced, though we have advanced technology of making photographs, we use only maps because it shows them all the features which are very important to read, to analysis. So till this day, we use map for reading, for analysis. Okay, children, the difference you understood? So here, the photograph shows real features, whereas the map just to show the important features considered by the geographers. Okay, that is one variation. And the second one is, it shows the actual images like trees and houses, which are not useful for us, which are not helpful for us. Whereas the map shows the important features like climatic conditions, population of a particular place, languages spoken by the people, the crops, such all things are shown in the map. So that is the difference between a photograph and a map. Can you understand, children, the difference between map and a photograph? That is. Next, we will go to next topic. So what is the evolution of the map? When it started making maps? How many years ago it was started making maps? It started nearly 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago, the maps started preparing maps. First, the maps were made by Sumerians. Sumerians were the people who brought the civilization to the world, the first civilization to the world. You know, children, what is civilization? You know, before the people practicing civilization, they used to be hunters, gatherers. Their lifestyle was primitive lifestyle. They used to hunting animals, gathering food. But after civilization, now we build permanent houses, started agriculture. These are all comes under civilization. And this was introduced to the world by the Sumerians. First, they made a map. Why they made map? What is the purpose of making map? Aslu వాళ్ళకి ఏం అవసరం వచ్చింది మ్యాప్ చేయడానికి? Because so the Sumerian made maps nearly 4,600 years ago. Nearly 4,600 years ago, they made map who show the first civilization to the world. And what is the purpose of making maps by Sumerians? These Sumerians have large tracts of temple lands. So they have vast lands of which belongs to temple. Temple ante devalaya bhumulu chaala unde valaki. So to keep finance accounts for the lands, that's why they started drawing maps. To keep the records of the lands, they started making maps. The first map was made by Sumerians nearly 4,600 years ago. So to keep accounts of lands, they started making maps. For that purpose, Sumerians made maps. What the purpose? To keep the finance accounts and the land records. That's why they started making maps. They have vast stretch of temple lands to keep the finance accounts and also a land to record lands also, how many acres of land they have, how many square kilometers they are stretched. So these are all they mentioned on a clay tablet. On a clay tablet, they mentioned, they impressed the maps on a clay tablet, where they imprinted on a clay tablet. They impressed the map on a clay tablet. You know clay tablet? ఇటుక రాయి లాంటివి, కొంత బంక మట్టిని అచ్చుగా చేసి దాని మీద వాళ్ళు ఈ ల్యాండ్ రికార్డ్స్ ని మెన్షన్ చేశారు. ఇన్ దాట్ వే దే ఫస్ట్ స్టార్టెడ్ మేకింగ్ మ్యాప్స్. హూ? Sumerians. So understood? Have you understood, children, the maps, how the Sumerians made maps and what the purpose? Aslu enduku cheyavalasi vachindi. Okay, next we will go to Babylonians. First Sumerians completed, the next one Babylonians. And the Sumerians now, the place is the present day Iraq. Sumerians lived, the present day name is Iraq, the present day Iraq. And even Babylonians also Iraq only, people of Iraq, present day Iraq. But how it possible? Because 4,600 years ago, they were sustained their life. They started at the rivers on the banks of Euphrates and Tigris. After the decline of Sumerians వాళ్ళు అంతరించిపోయాక తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ క్లాన్ అంటే తర్వాత తెగ తర్వాత జాతి వాళ్ళు ఈ బాబిలోనియన్స్, ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాన్. ఆఫ్టర్ ద డెక్లైన్ ఆఫ్ సుమేరియన్స్ అంతరించిపోయాక నెక్స్ట్ అదే ప్లేస్ లో, నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ప్లేస్ ఈస్ ఇరాక్. ఆ ప్లేస్ లోనే ఇరాక్ ప్లేస్ లోనే దెన్ బాబిలోనియన్స్ continued. And these Babylonians also made maps, but they thought that the world was round like disc shape. They had the idea how many years ago? Nearly 2,600 years ago. They got the idea of that the world was round like disc shape. And yeah, I'll show the picture how they draw. Do you have textbook, children? Yeah, see here. First, this was they impressed on clay tablet. This was Sumerians. Can you see clearly, children? Yeah, this was made by Sumerians. Then this was made by Babylonians. The Babylonians made a map that the world in a round disc shape, and in that disc there are some villages, they mentioned some small circles like this, and they thought these circles are villages and towns. Then beyond this circle, they thought a bitter river or sea, and this land is covered with water, and in the bitter sea they drew seven Yeah. And this was the map made by Babylonians. If you have textbooks, you can have a look. Can you see clearly? Is it clear for you children? Is it clear? You can show a thumb to me if it is clear. Is it clear, this picture? So this map was made by Sumerians on a clay tablet, and the next one is by Babylonians, and they thought that the world was round, disc shape, and in the disc they drew small circles. You can observe small circles, and these circles, they were mentioned as towns and small cities, villages. Then beyond and these cities are circled with water, I mean enclosed with water, and that is a bitter sea. And in the sea, there are 7 islands shown as triangles, and this was made by Babylonians, present day Iraq. The place is present day Iraq. Even also Sumerian, the present day Iraq only, but they live nearly 4,000 years ago. The next clan was the next people after decline of Sumerians అంతరించి పోయాక తర్వాత వాళ్ళు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు Babylonians, the same place, Iraq, present day Iraq. Okay children? Yeah, next. The maps made by Anaximander, Herodotus and Herodotus. So first already you might have learned about Sumerians, map made by Sumerians and map made by Babylonians. The next Anaximander, Herodotus and Herodotus. These were the Greek geographers, Greek scholars around the same time, nearly 2,000 years ago. These 3 Greek scholars also made a map. They traveled widely, they traveled far off distance places, and they made some descriptions. According to that descriptions, they made a map. Even they also, their idea also very similar to Babylonians. What the Babylonians thought that the world was round in shape, like disc. Even these Greek geographers. Can you tell after me? Will you repeat this one? Anaximander, Herodotus and Herodotus. So this Herodotus of Miletus, now it is in Turkey. These 3 Greek scholars prepared a map. They traveled widely, they traveled far off distance places, and made some descriptions according to that place and the people. They met the people, and their descriptions also they mentioned in a book, and they prepared maps. But the maps are not survived. Who prepared maps? The maps, Anaximander, Herodotus and Herodotus prepared maps were not survived. ఇప్పటికీ లేవు అవి. But the historians, the geographies, but their descriptions are there. Descriptions in the sense వివరించారు. ఇక్కడ ఇలా ఉంది, ఇలా వెళ్తే ఇంత, ఇక్కడ ఒక సీ ఉన్నది, ఇక్కడ హిల్ ఉన్నది, అలాంటి డిస్క్రిప్షన్ బేస్ చేసుకొని the historians made maps according to their descriptions. They made 3 continents according to their descriptions. Nearly 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, their descriptions were found, but the maps are not surveyed. Maps did not found by the historians. Then according to their descriptions, వాళ్ళ యొక్క వివరణను బట్టి and historians made maps. వాళ్ళు తయారు చేశారన్నమాట. ఎట్లాగా? What they told that they divided the world into 3 continents. As Africa they mentioned as Libya, I mean Africa, Asia and Europe. They mentioned that only 3 continents up to where they traveled. They traveled somehow places only. So that's why how many places they visited, how much distance they traveled, such places only they mentioned. So here they mentioned 3 continents: Africa, Asia, and Europe. And these continents are separated by sea. Even they also thought how the Babylonians thought the world is round shape like disc and surrounded by water. How many years ago? Nearly 2,600 years ago. Without any technical evidence also, they told that the earth was in a round shape and surrounded with water. See how tremendous ideology they had. Phenomenal. Their ideas are phenomenal, exceptional, adbhutam. Emi leni time lone vallu, they thought in such a way that then next it was proved by the sailors. తర్వాత అది ప్రూవ్ చేయబడ్డాయి కూడా. వాళ్ళ ఆలోచన చాలా గొప్ప ఆలోచనలు వాళ్ళవి నెక్స్ట్ ప్రూవ్ చేయబడ్డాయి అన్నమాట. సో they showed 3 continents on the map, and I'll show the map. If you have textbooks, you can have a look here, this one. According to their descriptions, map was prepared by the historians. Their maps were not survived. వాళ్ళ మ్యాప్స్ అయితే మనకి దొరకలేదన్నమాట. బట్ కానీ వాళ్ళ వివరణలను బట్టి హిస్టోరియన్స్, చరిత్రకారులు ఈ విధంగా మ్యాప్ ఉంటుందని తయారు చేశారన్నమాట. Okay, children, that is Anaximander, Hecatus, and Herodotus map. This one. Can you see the 3 continents here? Libya in the sense Africa, Asia, and Europe. That is. Next, so they placed Greek and Rome in the middle because that is their countries. So they started their journey from their countries. That's why they put in the middle, and then remaining countries and continents around their places. That is their map by Anaximander, Hecatus, and Herodotus. Understood? Next, we will go to maps of Greeks. Map of Greeks. What maps they made. So up to there, mostly the Greeks showed interest in preparing maps. So, but the sailors need the accurate map without any distortions, without any defaults, because to locate such places, to locate islands, to locate such landmarks. So then the Greeks started preparing maps according to longitudes and latitudes. Up to there, they just imagined and they prepared maps. Who? Sumerians, Babylonians, and Anaximander, Hecatus, and Herodotus. But whereas the maps prepared by Greeks, they prepared maps by drawing longitudes and latitudes somehow in a technical manner. So longitudes, how they draw. So there in the world, already the world is round in shape. They took some places, some set of places where midday occurred at the same time. Midday, మధ్యాహ్నము ఏ ప్లేస్లో ఒకేసారి అవుతుందో అలాంటి ప్లేసెస్ ని వాళ్ళు తీసుకున్నారు. They took some set of places when midday occur at the same time. So they took some places like so then they draw a line from north to south. Then they draw like this. They draw like this. Longitudes, they draw. From North Pole to South Pole. These are called longitudes or meridians. They all join at one place. Isn't it, children? Yeah. In that way, they drew longitudes. They took some set of places where midnight occur at the same time. ఒకేసారి మిడ్ డే అంటే మధ్యాహ్నం అయ్యే ప్లేసుల్ని వాళ్ళు రికగ్నైజ్ చేసి ఆ ప్లేసుల్ని కలుపుతూ ఫ్రమ్ నార్త్ టు సౌత్ దే డ్రూ లైన్స్. దోస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ longitudes. Next, latitudes. Then latitudes also, they took some places where the length shadows occur. Length shadows, పొడవైన నీడలు, length shadows. So then they drew from east to west. East to west. These are called latitudes. Isn't it? So yeah, so these are longitude. They drew longitudes and latitude, then form the grid, and this grid locate the exact places. With the help of this grid, the sailors travel the correct landmarks. They could reach the correct landmarks with the help of grid. But it took nearly 2000 years to make maps. This with the help of longitudes and latitudes, it took how many years, children? 2000 years. See how tremendous work they did. It took 2000 years to prepare map with the help of longitudes and latitudes. That is about the maps of Greeks. Next, so this is grid, you know, where the longitude and latitude intersect with each other and form a grid. That place, you know, the exact place you can locate with the help of the grid. And it took nearly 2000 years. Next, Ptolemy's map. So after completing Greeks, next Ptolemy. Ptolemy also a Greek scholar, but he did a tremendous work using these latitudes and longitudes. He also prepared some maps, but these maps are not surveyed, but the descriptions, the books are found. But they found the books. Yeah, they found the books of Ptolemy, but the maps are not survived. He also prepared accurate maps. Then next we'll go to Arab map maker. Even after this Greeks, they had a lot of enthusiasm to explore the world. They had great interest to explore the world. They have very much interested to discover new lands. Even you know already the great emperor Alexander, nearly 2300 years ago, he had a wish to conquer the world, and then he came to India also by conquering the world, and he with his soldiers conquering the different countries, he came to India also. For them, for these warriors and even the sailors also need accurate maps. So that's why Greek prepared maps. And even Romans also established their trading centers on the coast of India nearly 2000 years ago. The Romans, the Greeks, they had great enthusiasm to explore the world, to search the new lands, for trading, for conquering the countries, for exploring the new lands, for colonization, to establish their colonies. For this purpose, in ancient days, people started making maps. These maps, then they could give the correct directions, correct places to locate. Next, Ptolemy also prepared map with accurate description, but the maps are not survived. Then next, we go to Arab, Asia. So Arabs also shows a great enthusiasm in making maps. from out of them, Al-Idrisi, he prepared map. Yeah, can you see Arab map maker Al-Idrisi? He prepared map in year 1154 for his king. And the map which he prepared, it was quite opposite to our map. Whereas our map, the top of the map we show as north, isn't it, children? But he showed the top of the map as south and the bottom of the map as north. Quite a difference. And the legends also written in Arabic language. So the remaining countries couldn't understand his map made by Al-Idrisi, who was Arab map maker, and he made map for his king in the year 1154. Descriptions are in Arab, and even total opposite. Why he prepared the map in that manner? Because you know already the Arabic language is written. So we write the script from left to right, isn't it? Ila left lo start chesi right ki end chestam. But whereas Arab people, Arabic language, they'll start from right to left, like this, like. Isn't it, children? Have you seen? You know, Muslim children, they know their language. Even in their madrasas, they learn the language Urdu. Even they also write from right to left, isn't it? So he was being an Arab. He prepared his map in opposite manner. He showed the north part, top of the map as south, and the bottom of the map as north. Even the legends and the descriptions also written in Arab language. Okay, that's all. Arab map maker Al-Idrisi. Next, according to Bible. So the Europeans at that time, they were greatly influenced the religious belief. According to Bible, they also prepared map. So what they prepared the map. 3 continents. They showed in their map 3 continents like Asia, and they showed in their map Asia was the big. Why? Because it had Jerusalem, the birthplaces of Jesus Christ. So then they thought that the Asia was the large continent. Then bottom of Asia, they drew Europe and Africa like this. Even they also thought the earth is round shape. But they mentioned Asia largest at the top of the map, and Africa and Europe mentioned bottom of the map. And these 3 continents are separated by ocean, and continents also surrounded with oceans. According to their religious belief, according to their Bible, they were greatly influenced with religious belief. Then according to their religious belief, Bible, according to the Bible, they prepared map. Europeans prepared map. How many continents they showed in their map? 3 continents. How many continents? 3 continents they showed. What are those? Asia, Europe and Africa. So their idea, the places they traveled, the people they visited, along among their description, along with their descriptions, they prepared map. అంటే వాళ్ళు ప్రయాణించిన దూరాలను బట్టి తెలుసుకున్న మనుషుల ద్వారా వాళ్ళు మ్యాప్స్ చేశారు. ఆ విధంగా, because they don't have transport, you know, we have the modern transport system, but they don't have more. They have to go on animals like horses, such things. Otherwise, by ships, by boats to one place to another. So that's why just the traveling places from their native place to distant places. Those only they mentioned. Okay, that is about Bible, according to Bible. Next, in the 16th century, Holland became the most powerful trading center. The most powerful trading center with the help of maritime supremacy. అంటే సముద్రం, ఈ సీస్ అంటే ఈ సముద్రాల మీద ఆధిపత్యం చలాయించడం మొదలుపెట్టింది. హూ? హాలండ్ కంట్రీ. నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ నెదర్లాండ్స్. Now it is called Netherlands. And the people of Holland called the Dutch. The Dutch. The people of Holland called the Dutch people. So the people of India called Indians. The people of China called Chinese in the same way. But here some of difference. The people of Holland, now the country is called Netherlands. The people are called the Dutch. Next, so here one thing, the Arabic countries blocked the way to India. I'll show here the map. Yeah, here, see. These Arabic countries, these Arabic countries, yeah, they blocked sea route to India. So across the Mediterranean Sea, see here Mediterranean Sea. So people from Europe, they used to cross the Mediterranean Sea and they used to reach Indian coast on Arabic countries, traveling by Arabic countries. But these Arabic countries blocked the way to India. Vallu aa marganni vallu close చేసేసారు. Then what they did, from people from Western Europe, Portugal, Spain, England, these people, they traveled different ways and they discovered different new lands. Even Vasco da Gama started his journey from Western Europe and reached, Vasco da Gama traveled his journey and around the Africa continent. Can you see Africa continent? Yeah, Africa continent. He started his journey, Vasco da Gama, from Portugal. Then he started his journey from Portugal and reached the Cape of Good Hope, the southern tip of Africa, and then reached India because of blocking the sea route by the Arabs. Then, Christopher Columbus, he from Europe, Western Europe, he started his journey from Western Europe and discovered America. So the new explorations and sea routes and the lands were discovered in 16th century when the Arabs blocked the routes across the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, next, according to Bible, they prepared map. Next, 16th century, Holland became most powerful trading center with the help of maritime supremacy. So samudram మీద గుప్తాధిపత్యాన్ని చలాయించడం మొదలుపెట్టింది ఎవరు? హాలండ్. Now it is Netherlands. It is called Netherlands. So they need, the sailors need accurate maps to explore new sea route, so to find new lands. So that's why the people of the geographers of the Holland, they did tremendous works on map. Out of them, Gerardus Mercator, he was known as the father of cartography. So Gerardus Mercator, known as the father of cartography. father of cartography. And he observed the previous works on maps. He did tremendous works on maps and did much original works on map. And that map is known as Mercator's projection. Mercator's projection map. Then what is Mercator projection? So Mercator projection, actually, nowadays we are using the world maps also based on Mercator projection. So he did such a tremendous works on map. And finally, and that map which he made by Gerardus Mercator was followed by the whole world. Then what is Mercator projection? Actually, the earth is in round shape, you know, it is like a ball, like a sphere, isn't it? So it is flat at poles and bulges at equator. So how can this round ball shows on a flat surface? So the map is a flat surface, 2-dimensional, whereas the earth is 3-dimensional. This is 3-dimensional and the map is a 2-dimensional. This is 2-dimensional. How can we show this? How can he showed the 3-dimensional thing on a 2-dimensional map? So on a flat surface, a round object, how could be shown as flat surface? Then he devised a method, and in this method some distortions found, and konni vakrikaralu jarige, size of the continents and the curvature of the surface, curvature of these continents, ee continents lo unde vampulu kaani ivanni konta vakrikarinచబడ్డాయి అన్నమాట. అలా అయితేనే then we can find the correct way of, that is called Mercator projection. So he devised a method, the continents, the shape of the continent, the size with little distortion, కొంత వక్రీకరణలతో ఈ కాంటినెంట్స్ ని, షేప్ ని, సైజ్ ని, డిస్టెన్స్ ని చూపించగలిగాడు. Nowadays also people using this Mercator projection to show the world, a little distortion, అంటే కొంత వక్రీకరణతో ఈ షేప్ ని, the size, the shape of the continent, the size of the continents, the directions, little distortions, he showed a method that is called Mercator projection. Now the people are using this method only, following this method, the whole world following this method to show the world. Okay children, just once I'll revise all the things once. కొంచెం ఇలా పెట్టరా, ఆపేస్తున్నారా? Yeah, first difference between photograph and map. Then the maps down the ages, ఎప్పుడెప్పటి నుంచి తయారు చేశారు maps? First, who made maps? Sumerians. Next, Babylonians. Next, Anaximander, Hecatus, Herodotus. Next, maps made by Greeks. Next, with the help of longitudes and latitudes, they made a grid. Next, Ptolemy maps. These Ptolemy maps are not found yet, but the historians later on, with his description, they found his books, not maps. According to his books, they prepared some maps and they became stunned. His description, then the maps prepared according to his description, they were stunned in such accurate he prepared maps according to his descriptions. Next, the map made by Arab people, he made the map for his kings. Next, even Chinese also prepared maps. Chinese also prepared maps. D-Man Ham-Tu, he prepared map on a silk cloth for his king. Next, according to Bible also maps were prepared. Next, in 16th century, the father of cartography, Gerardus Mercator, prepared the map, which still we are using the map. Still the world, the whole world following his map, that is called Mercator projection. Okay, children, this is today topics. You remember all this, then tomorrow you will be questioned, and just note down all these points and prepare well. If you have textbook, read the lesson, and tomorrow, I mean the next class, then doubts will be clarified. Okay, bye children.
Bye, teacher.
Yeah, very good.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.